the previous video from this channel, we took you through the process on how to draw this isometric block and also a detailed explanation, whereas in this video, we'll take you through the process on how to draw the front elevation, the side and the plan elevation of the isometric block that was drawn in the previous video. Well, I do not know if you have some money, but for the next few minutes, I want you to pay attention. Well, this is the isometric block that we were asked to draw that we reproduced from the previous video, as you can see. And this is the front elevation, the end elevation and the plan elevation that we will draw in this video. So what we first do is to understand the given block before we start drawing the projections. So let's take our time to understand what we are given. So on the norms, sometimes in some blocks the front elevation is looking either in this direction or in this direction, but in this video the front elevation is in the direction of ROA, and as you can see, ROA is this right hand side. So looking at this part, this is the front elevation. Alright, so what do we have for the front elevation? We have, okay, let's draw or mark. Good. So this is the front elevation, the top left corner. Then the top right is the end elevation, which is the side. Then the bottom left is for the plan or top elevation. So what do we have for the front elevation? Good. In drawing the sketch, as we looking at this right hand side in the direction of ROA, we can see this front part which is visible in the form of an L, a short L. So this part is the first part we see which is visible. So we draw that. It's a sketch, right? So it's not going to be too accurate. So this is the L form. So after this part, what else can we also see? Is there anything above this block at the top? There's nothing there. But what about below it? It's obvious. Looking at this part, you see that there is another projection at this end that is below it. So looking at the front elevation, we can see both this top part and this part below it, because this one runs through to the very end despite it being at this side or at this side, but we can see that it is below this top part. So we draw this part here which comes down looking at the front elevation. So it runs down to the end of the block. Good. So after the front elevation, what is next? We do not see any other block. At the right hand side, there's nothing here, nothing above it, nothing at the left, nothing below. But we have to draw something. Take note, there's a hole here. We cannot see the hole, but to identify that there is a hole using the front elevation, we use a hidden detail. Remember, as we've learned in previous videos. So at this point here where the hole is, we just draw a hidden detail. Remember, the hole is only at this top part, it does not reflect this part here. So at this top, we draw a hidden detail, a cutting line, to signify that there is a hole at that part. So someone will understand that yes, there is a hole at this end here. Good. The front elevation has come to a completion. So what is next? We have to draw the plan. And remember, the plan is always at the bottom left corner of drawing paper. So what do we see at the plan? The plan is looking downwards. So from this block, you're looking downwards. What do you see looking downwards? You can see this rectangle here. That's the first thing you see. So let's draw that first. This rectangle. Alright. Let's stop here. So you've drawn the rectangle. So looking at the left side, there's nothing there. At the front, there's nothing. At the back, there's nothing. And at the right hand side, we can see what? This step, another projection. So we can see this step coming outside at the right hand side. So it is at the right, so we have to draw it there, because looking downwards, you see both this one and this other one. So we have to draw the step. Good. So after the step, what can we also see? We can also see this hole here. So at this part, we draw the hole. So it's the top that will signify that yes, there is a hole in this block. So the top signifies there's a hole. The front also signifies that this is the particular place where the hole is, not at the two. It's showing that it's only at this top part here, which is what we can see. So after that, what else can we also see? Looking at the end, we are asked to draw the end elevation. We cannot see any other thing here at the top. Alright, so the top is done with drawing. So looking at the end elevation, what can we also see? So looking at arrow B, what can we see? Now take note of something. When doing the end elevation, as usual, we always take it by this side here. But now it is not like that in this particular block. The end elevation has to be from this side. So now you have to imagine or draw, or let me say imagine turning this block to this other part so that you can see what is here. That's how creative technical drawing is. So looking at the end elevation, what do you see? It's obvious. You can see this top layer looking at this side, which runs through to the end. So we draw that first at the end elevation. It comes down, it's a little, so it corresponds with, in the front elevation, this part here, which is this, it corresponds with this top layer looking at the end. So what next can you see? You can see the lower part of the step, which is still this one here looking at the front elevation. So we draw that. So after this part, what next can you see? Looking at the end elevation, is there anything below it? Yes, there's something. And what is that? It is this block that projected downwards. Now where is the block positioned at? Looking at this left side, the block is positioned at the left side of this block. But looking at this right hand side, it is positioned at the right side. So this block that projected downwards is going to be here. So at this part there's nothing. This is how it's going to be like. Good. So this is how this end elevation will be like looking at the end. So what other things do we need to mark off? Look at, remember, at the front elevation we have this hidden detail signifying that there's a hole here, and the top shows us this is where the hole is. This is the hole. So at the end we have to also signify where the hole will be. So looking at this end, the hole is at the left hand side here, which means it is in this part. Remember, it runs through this block, but this part, this block, there's a step here, and the step joins with this block. So that means the hole will be somewhere here. This is not hidden detail. This is where it is going to be. Looking at the end elevation. Good. So that is for the hole that is in the block. Done with the front first angle projection of this block. Then the next video will section the block on plane X to X. That's what you learn in the next video. So let's start with drawing. Start with the bottom, but take note of something. The drawing has to be 1 cm away from the line we've drawn, our middle line. So whatever we have, we'll mark out 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm. So that's where the work will start from. So let's also do that. So good, we have this part here. So let's start with the bottom part, which is this. Remember, this is running through to the end, and the total length is 90 mm, which is 9 cm. So draw a line of 9 cm. After doing that, we take this line up by, it's not given the length. So what do? The total length from here to here is 30, which is 3 cm, and from here to here is 1.5. So 3 minus 1.5 is giving us 1.5. So here is 1.5. So you draw 9 cm, then take the height 1.5, 1.5, join it again. After that, we have the top part, alright, which is this part here. So we draw the height 1.5 cm, then take this part here by 1 cm. So once you draw by 1 cm, you project it to the left by 1.5, take it up by 0.5, and join it together. Let's do that. Then mark 1 cm here, Then using that 1 cm height, then draw a line of 1.5 cm at this part here. Project it in by 1.5, which is this, and draw a line of 0.5 cm. And join it together. So the total length will be 7.5. 9 minus 1.5, 7.5. What next do we identify? The hidden detail line. So we have to draw the hidden detail line. So from this part of the block here, this edge here, which is this, from there to this part is 1.5 cm. So to keep a distance of 1.5, then draw. Then the length of the hole is 3 cm. Then draw another hidden detail at this other part. So let's do that. So that's it. So we are done with the front elevation. Over to the end elevation, which is this. So we start with the bottom part here. So the total length is 5 cm. This is 15 mm, 5 cm. So at this part, here is 1 cm. This projection down, which is this, is 1 cm. So we'll keep a distance of 4 cm. Draw 1 cm. Take it up by 1.5. Alright, that's this right part. This part will be 1.5. This part is 1 cm. And this part is 3 cm. Remember the total height. So let's do that first. Then we'll draw the 1 cm. So this 1 cm line, project it up here by 1.5, here by 3. Then after that, this down part is 4 cm. Then take it up by, here will be 1.5. So let's do that. But we are drawing from this side here now. So when you take it up by, when you extend by 4 cm, they will take it up by here, it will be 1 cm first. Alright, they will join it. So at this part here, we will first mark 0.5 cm, because 0.5 cm is for this first layer, which is this. Then after 0.5, we mark 1 cm. 0.5, we will mark 1 cm here. Good, so this is our 1 cm mark. So let's extend the line by 4 cm. And take it up by 1 cm first. Join it. As you can see, it's 5 cm as we do have, so the work is correct. Good. Then 0.5 cm. Then we'll join it together. Good, so we're done with the end elevation. So what do we do next? We mark the hidden detail. So take note, the hidden detail is looking at the end, at this part here, not far away from this left side, which is this left side here. Good, so it is from this left side to the hole is 1 cm distance, as you can see. Then the hole is also 1 cm width. So let's draw that. Keep a distance of 1 cm, then draw 1 cm. So this is it here. Mark same thing upwards. Then draw the line of the hidden detail. Remember, it runs to this top block. So that's what we do at here, only the top layer of the block. Good, so we are done with the end elevation. After the end, what's next? The top plan elevation. So at the top of plan, what do we also have? After the block, we have this rectangle, total length. Remember, here is 1.5 for this top part. It's now 9 cm because it came down. So 1.5, 9 minus 1.5 is giving us 7.5, because this is this part. This part here is this, so it's giving us 7.5, and we are having 7.5. So the length of this first part is 7.5. Then we extend it by 1.5, the rectangle. So let's draw that. They will bring it down by 5 cm. Remember, good. So draw 5 cm. The 1.5 is at the right side, not the left. Take note. So the 1.5 will mark it from here, not here. We'll draw it down by 5 cm. So let's mark our 1.5 here. Good. That's the 1.5. 5 cm downwards. Nine cm, then mark 1.5 here. So draw this other projection, which is this. Good. Then we join our block for the top. So the top is going to show us where the hole is, the hole that we do have. So where can we find the hole now? Remember, from this side we marked 1.5 from this part here. Then from this end elevation, which is this, mark 1 cm. So mark 1.5 1 cm, then draw the hole of 3 cm. So let's do that. 1.5. Mark it both at the top and at the bottom. If you already have it here. So this is it. First, keep a distance of 1 cm here. Then let's mark 1 cm here. Then we'll draw 3 cm. Then join it together. Good. So this is where the hole is, and this is where the hole is from the front elevation. At the end, this is where it is, 1 cm 1 cm, the front 3 cm 3 cm. So this is the other projection, the other step, which is this step here. Then we have this bottom part, which is this bottom, looking at the front elevation. This part here is this one. Then at the end, this top part is this top layer. This below, this down part is this other one. Then the one below this whole block, which is here, looking at this side, is this part of 1 cm. The plan, this rectangle, is what we can see here. So to show that our work is correct, we can see how corresponding the lines are. This one is not far, it is aligned. Same with the top, also aligned, and the bottom too, also aligned. So showing that the work is totally accurate. fully drawn our first angle projection of this isometric block. What's next? Dissection. Watch out for that video.